the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Rams and the Colts, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Indy set to go on offense once more. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Throwing on 1st down, Barnes. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. the red zone now. They'll look to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. He'll dump this off to Akers. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, They're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people, because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Barnes. And he rifles one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Back to throw again. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll get this off to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Barnes steps away to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive total. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Powering forward. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's... The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Off the play fake. Barnes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. On the handoff, Taylor. And this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Blankenship out for the point after. And the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for L.A. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. May hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd down, It's Taylor. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Again, it's Taylor. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 56 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And now they're in the hurry-up. Off-play action. Barnes. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Barnes. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Tua now on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Two and now on first down. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, to his throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnes. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 24. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Off the play fake, Barnes. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 3 yards remain for second down. Off play action, Barnes. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Colts, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the